like this one.
There's this video that's going viral, right? Of this black teacher, right? He's sitting down at his desk doing his work and shit, right? And his black students, right, is taking his braids down for him.
Oh.
A high school teacher who goes by Jock Lee on TikTok posted it while his female students unbraid his hair. There's been a very mixed response to it.
And a lot of the world is divided about it. They're like, some of them are like, what the hell are you doing? And the others are like, ain't nothing wrong with that. How would you feel if it was your kid?
How old are these students? Let's clarify.
I don't know. They look
They was like, no, 10, like 11, like, 12, like,
Okay.
So the context to this,
he had somewhere to go and he didn't have time to take down his hair. Okay. The night before, he was busy doing other things he needed to tend to.
Exactly.
Okay. So when he was in class, okay, he had students who had already completed everything they needed to do. You know what I'm saying, from other from other classrooms and stuff. And he set up the live specifically for that reason. First of all, they just taking this man's hair down. Okay.
Right.
Now I don't have kids, but I can tell you if I did have a kid, and it was because
specifically daughter.
Specifically daughter. This man didn't give me like a malicious type of vibe. He didn't give me like he just seemed like a dude who needed his hair taken down. You know what I'm saying? He teaches,
school,
and that's what little girls do. That's what we was doing.
Right? Like,
let me play in your hair.
And
he really needed it, so I'm finna do my shit.
It's almost the end of the school year, so at this point by now, clearly we know our teachers. We have a camaraderie. We've got that temperature.
That's what he was
out.
saying. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Having that relationship.
So at this point, your child, because you probably said enough as a parent about how you feel about that teacher, because you know how we all are. When our doors close, when the kids come home, when we get them letters and them notes, we feel a certain way and we express that. Yeah. So we already know how we feel about the teacher by now. So that's going to gauge how your kid going to react to, hey, can you take my hair down? So I don't really see a problem with it if they feel comfortable.
I'm an 80s baby, so like I was born in 81. Back then, our internet was the number 2 pencil. Outside of that, we was outside, the street lights came on. And then as far as internet, we only had 30 minutes on the IBM computer that took 30 minutes to even load up.
With the big ass
inside the classroom only.
Right.
So nowadays, because of the internet, the speculation of the world's too on edge and sensitive. I'll take Kobe Bryant, for example.
That's what you think?
Speculation came out with Kobe Bryant, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Colorado, I think it was, regarding a Mount Caucasus chick, I would say, where she had 8 specimens.
No, he did not.
She had 8. I did Mount Caucasus chick. They call it white, but white is that color of the outside of the success billboard. That's right here under the hood with the red behind the background and the black letters. The black is success. The black.
Can't help but to love pop,
black,
man.
Success. Regardless, it was 8 specimens of DNA found in that Mount Caucasus.
Right.
So with that being said, the caveman is in a cave, but still passes judgment from the cave days. Yeah. So if you go to the fast forward nowadays, in order for a child to be taking down the braids of a teacher, that tells me that the teacher created a family-like environment.
Right.
Not malicious, as the queen said right here. I wouldn't have an issue with it. I got sons and daughters. Okay. 1 biological daughter, but 2 stepdaughters. But I don't call them stepdaughters because God is a God to the fatherless.
Period.
So that being said, I don't think it's nothing major with it. I don't have an issue with it. Now, if she was sitting in her lap, in the teacher's lap, the male's lap, then yeah, okay, I'm gonna have an issue because I'm like, well, that's too personal.
So here's how I'm gonna tell you how I took it. When I first took it, I can't help but say, unpopular opinion on this panel.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta be that nigga.
Oh, that's it.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I immediately told my daughter, hey, check this out. So just for my comfortability, right? Your teacher is your teacher.
And keep it there.
Okay? Keep that way. Right? Don't be in his hair playing. You know what I'm saying? Because just because that was on camera this one time doesn't mean that every teacher is gonna be on camera. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that's true.
hey baby girl, can you take my hair down? You know what I'm saying? Meet me in the staff lounge. No. It couldn't be just this because of this one time is cool. And I will have to say that's because of what the public has done to us so far. We know it's a lot of motherfuckers out here already. So just me as a black father, I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just not
But he
I'm not
didn't
with
say,
that,
let's go
right?
to the staff
You know,
to
I
take
know
down
he
my hair in the
didn't,
staff
just in
line.
case.
But my
You know what I'm saying?
the way a black father's brain works, what could it have been?
Yeah.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
But it
It's
was
because-
videotaped, so you seen what it wasn't.
I know
Right.
it was. It was definitely videotaped, but my brain still goes to, hey, somebody gonna take
And it was live,
somebody
so-
gonna take advantage of this. It hasn't happened to you yet, so you weren't on videotape doing that. You know what I'm saying?
That's
now,
Ames, though.
Now,
Ames is one of the
if
people.
my child was one of those children doing his hair, would I have a problem? No. Why? One reason and one reason only. And it ain't nobody said this. I have a feeling about, you know what I'm saying, people that I feel are a little gay or
Yeah.
not straight, you know what I'm saying? They don't mean no harm for real.
No.
more
You know
of
what
the
I'm
story
saying?
is
So
in the classroom.
cause my brother, Michael, you know, is gay as hell. And that's my nigga. And he don't mean no motherfucking
No, to
harm.
nobody.
My nigga need his braids down. He'll ask the president of the United States, Jesus Christ,
Right.
take his
You
braids
take my
down.
braids
Biden ain't gonna be able to take them braids
You know
down,
what I'm
though.
saying?
Okay,
And
I'm
you
like,
also
oh.
got to think of the temperature. This is my devil's advocate. You got to also think about the temperature of these kids. These kids are black, beautiful black young ladies. Guess what they learning at home? How to take down braids and put up braids and do
And
all
they
that
gonna
shit.
love all
Oh,
that.
teacher got some braids and shit. We done with the project and shit. Let me go ahead and then
Cause you
another.
see
know
how
what
old girl
I'm
was in his
saying?
hair? She was just over there.
Yeah.
No.
It may turn into a hair. It may
She
turn
was
into a-
getting
it
it
may
and she
turn
was
into a
doing
hair
her
thing.
thing.
You know what I'm saying? She was just being a
Yeah.
beautician.
They
There was
turned
nothing
to
wrong with that.
you know what I'm
And it wasn't like he was hella close to them, rubbing on them. Like you can clearly see in the
Yeah.
video, none of the kids touched his personal body
Not
besides
at all.
his head,
Wholesome.
Not at
besides
all.
his hair.
Right.
Right.
So what's the problem?
With
Yeah.
all due
Okay.
respect, like classrooms are for teaching. So I believe the majority would say that with the point he was making, I'm a kind
Devil's
of
advocate.
I got-
Devil's advocate.
I got something for that. Go ahead.
keep it to the teaching in the classroom. Now, if the student was standing up and the teacher was sitting between the student's legs, you know,
Right.
head in between the
If
legs,
the teacher
Yeah, that
was
would've been
sitting
a
in
little-
then we
That's
between
have,
the
different.
then
That's
we have
different.
something there. So I
That's
understand where
that
you're coming from. Meaning,
Yeah.
in other words,
Yeah.
you don't want to lead to a personal level. He's just saying like it can lead to a personal level. On
Right.
a side note, so I get where he's coming from.
Can I just say, because y'all keep saying keep the teaching to teaching, but in today's world with these kids, you have to have a bond with them because
You do.
these kids are going to be
You
on their phone. They're going to be doing what the fuck they want to
Yeah.
do because
Right.
because they can. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They have so many extra things that we didn't have as kids, and they just feel like they already adults. You know what I'm saying? So if you
Yeah.
don't have a connection with these kids, you really cannot teach them anything.
So I could take
true.
this to another point, which is, would we allow or do we allow our kids to hug their teachers?
Yeah.
I mean, I would
A
say,
side hug is a little perfect. Hi, Mr. Thompson.
long as
Today, in
long as
2024.
long as it's a church type hug, which most people in church have on the side, yes. Then I thought about something, y'all.
Right.
Most kids are raised in a single parent household, and most of the time it's a single mom. Now, shout out to the single dads. I was one for a moment in my life.
So is there a
Absolutely.
difference then between your child hugging Mr. Washington? That's, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Or
because these Mrs.
Mrs.
Samuels be nasty
Mrs.
too.
Samuels be more
Mrs.
nasty than
Samuels be
Mr.
nasty
Washington.
too, especially
I
with these little men walking
I
around
told
now.
my
They're
daughter, I
grown as
said, don't be
hell.
hugging no teacher neither unless she's like your mom, like my wife. She calls everybody baby.
Yeah,
Everybody's darling. You know them old people that.
Thanks,
As
babe.
long as it's not body to body, as long as it ain't body to body.
What are you,
You know what I
hugging your
mean?
male teacher for?
Here's the thing. You have to think that by state law, whatever, we have to send our kids to this institution
Yeah.
for 8 hours, 10
Right.
hours out of the day that they're
Exactly.
away from us. So they're going to build a bond with this person, especially because I look at it like I have an autistic child. And at a time, he had what's called a one-on-one. So this is a young lady that would meet him when he got off the bus. She would stay with him throughout the school day. If he had any meltdowns or tantrums, she's the one that would assist him and guide him through that process. And then he would get back on the bus and go home for the day.
Right.
Well, once the teacher week came around and we got to tour the classroom and stuff, I was able to meet his one-on-one because he would speak about her, but at the same time, I had never met her. She was so elated to walk up to me and tell me, like, he got off the bus one day and he called me mommy. No. He slipped up and he corrected it, but at the same time, he was like, mommy, and he was excited.
Because you had that connection.
That let me know, like, that was their bond and their connection. So I don't see a problem with them hugging their teachers, only because for me, that makes it so that I know that this child has gained a level of trust with you that makes me feel more comfortable and competent with him being with you or her being with you for 8 hours of the day.
I just feel like now it's more on the parents to kind of train your kids. Look for these. Hey, look if he's a little too touchy feely with just you, he's a little too touchy feely at all. Like look for certain things.
You have to.
But, you know, I feel like teachers have to have that certain bond because these kids not gonna learn these days.
Yeah. I think that's where the disconnect between the teacher braiding the hair and mainly fathers comes into play, because we try to stop if he becomes too touchy-feely.
Yeah.
We don't want him to become touchy-feely to where you have to make those decisions on, damn, what do I do? You know what I'm saying?
But now, mind you, a lot of these new teachers now are, the ones born in the 1990s, you know what I'm saying, 89, 85, so they, you know what I'm saying, they more relaxed, they different, you know what I'm saying?
They was born in the R. Kelly area.
They not, you know what I mean, they chilling.
Yeah.
But there are still a threat.
There is,
still a threat of those people, and I will call them PDF files.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The PDF files for YouTube standards.
I think you just gotta also
PDF
a lot of
files,
what we're
man.
talking about. A lot of what we're talking about right now circulates around male teachers, but you have to think, like VLA was making a great point. It's a lot of these female teachers out here that's touching on these young men as well. So you have to be very